Garrett, how do you bounce back from this one?
Just go and put a good week in. You know, we got to figure out what happened. We're going to stay the night here, so watch the film, get on it right away, and just squash it, man. You got to. That's really all we can do is just go have a good week of prep and get ready to play the Colts.
The final score obviously makes this game look one way. Looking at it, though, you had as many double-digit play drives as they did. So between the 20s, you moved the ball 3 times to the red zone, a couple times goal to go, and yet only 6 points. So, again, you know, it looked like you had those red zone problems. South scored touchdowns against the Texans. What do you think the issues were in this one?
I'm not exactly sure. You know, at the end of the day, we got to find a way to get 7. You know, moving double-digit drives, you know, that's to me, that's never been, you know, a fair way to judge a game, right? You can go score 7, whether it's a 1-play drive or a 20-play drive, whatever it is, but 7 points. And we didn't do it today, and we got to figure out, you know, why. We didn't finish, and you know, it was something we talk about, take a lot of pride in. We're still not doing it at the end of the day, so we got to go about something differently.
How do you and how do the other guys keep the spirit up in this locker room, knowing that, you know, there's still a lot of season out in front of you?
You know, we get to play the game we love. We're blessed, and you know, I know how much it means to all these guys in here. So if I go out there and don't have the right intention at practice, or I'm letting my dogs down, I'm letting my family down, and that's just not how I go about business, not how the guys do. So we're going to go about, you know, it in a certain way and make sure that we win these games, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters is finding a way to win.
Thanks, Garrett. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Right on.
It starts with me. I guess I got to be better. I gotta make the tackle.
What happened on that one? Toss, like the one on 3rd and 7 to McBride where he broke free. Cause you guys had to stop, and then they
yeah. Hold on, which one?
The one on McBride. The
third
3rd and
down.
7,
The
where
third
you had him
down.
stop it, but he kind of spun away.
Oh yeah, that same play.
Yeah.
So I was holding him up, and I ended up going to the ground. I tried to just pull him down. He stayed up. You know what I'm saying?
There were so many missed tackles. Was it execution, focus? What was it? Because this is probably the worst that this defense has looked as far as the tackling part.
I don't know. I got to make that tackle. I got to make the tackle that I missed.
Did they surprise you? You guys focused a lot on Connor coming into the game and stopping the running game. Did they surprise you by how much they threw the ball?
Not really. You know, DJ tell y'all, the way we think as corners, we thinking of the pass first. You know what I'm saying? We're going to react to the run, but I don't care if they say a team, like we can go against the Patriots, and they can say the Patriots going to run the ball X amount of times. We still going to do our job and read our keys for the pass, and then react to the run. So, you know, that's just how we are, you know. So I'm not going to say they surprised us, you know. We got to be better. I got to be better. I got to make the tackle.
What's the mindset now? Like 3 and 7, 8 games left in the season. Just kind of what's your mindset for the rest of the season?
Stay together. Stay together, man. We work so hard, you know, throughout the week. Practice hard. You know, we just got to stay together through all the adversity. You know, I know everybody's gonna turn their back against us. You know, they're gonna turn their back against us, and you know that's just it. That just is what it is. You know. We got to be better.
So one of the defensive guys that I talked to said embarrassment, laid an egg today. How do you assess what happened today in his 31-6 loss defensively?
Like I said, I got to be better. Maybe I could have brought some more energy to make everybody play better, you know, and you know it's on me.
Yeah, you mentioned you have to be better, and obviously tackling was the issue today. Just how do you work on that throughout the course of the season?
Just running my feet. I always work on tackling. It's football, and like you're gonna miss tackles here and there. Not just me, but in general. You know. So me personally, this the thing about me. Like I don't care what nobody say. Ain't nobody gonna be harder on me than me. So the stuff that people say, I already done thought about it in my head. You know, people probably saying, hey, Sauce, you got to make I already done beat myself up on that play. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me individually. Don't nobody want what's best for me more than I want what's best for me.
Are you surprised with the performance just of the whole team, given what was at stake today? You know,
man, when you got a talented team like we do, you know, obviously you're gonna be surprised a little bit. You know, I can only speak for the defense. We got to be better. I got to be better.
Why do you think you guys haven't been able to kind of maintain or create any positive momentum when you've had the chances to?
Say it one more time.
Why haven't you been able to, you had obviously a good performance in the second half against the Texans, not being able to kind of convert that into positive momentum?
You talking about me or
As a team?
as a team?
Yeah.
I don't know. As a team, man, we just got to be better. We just got to be better, man. Me, I try to do as much as I can. I try to make those plays. I try to create turnovers. I try to flip the game. It's just I didn't have no opportunities to flip the game to create turnovers today like I wanted. So I always look at it. How can I help the team? Especially when we lose. Like I said, nobody want what's best for me more than I want what's best for me.
Everybody good?
Thank you.
Devontae, I imagine this isn't what you envisioned when you came to the Jets. Like, what are kind of your emotions right now after going through a game like that?
I mean, it's frustrating, obviously. It's not our standard of football. That's not my standard of football. So it's frustrating, but yeah, it's just I don't really know what to say. It was just a weird day. Came out and did some good stuff, but we just didn't do enough to be able to compete with those boys today.
Devontae, on the second quarter throw down near the end zone that Aaron threw, you kind of stopped in the middle there and it went outside. What happened on that? Was that you guys kicked a field goal right after that?
Yeah. I mean, just based off the look, I don't think that we had practiced that play that we were running against that particular look. So I think what he was looking for was potentially something quicker, just based off of the pressure that he was getting. But my route was already very quick route. I basically had a hitch from the inside. So it was. I mean, that's just one play of however many we had today that. I wouldn't even look at that play like we weren't on the same page, because we were on the same page. It's just he had to get the ball out and he let it go and yeah, I wasn't ready at that moment for the ball. But it was just a matter of the play that we ran versus the look we got, and we hadn't practiced against that.
What did you see on the two in the end zone on that first drive when you guys were moving it well down in the first drive of the third quarter there, and you had two shots at you there? What did you see in those 2 plays? I think Luda got the one.
Yeah, whoever was inside on that one, it got knocked down, and the second one got. I don't know if it got tipped, but it got right by the guy's hand and got up on me, and it's a play that I obviously got to make. But yeah, it was weird stuff like that all day where we just maybe had opportunity, or a lot of it felt like we didn't even have as many opportunities to really. Have a good play against whatever it was that they were going or they were running, and it just gives a weird feeling to everybody running routes. You're not exactly sure what to come back and say and how to fix the problem, but it's one of those ones that you got to watch on film. But unfortunately, it's behind us now, and can't watch it on film and fix it against that team. It's something that we could try to fix for next time, maybe have an answer, but this one's gone.
How was the energy today, Devontae?
I don't think we had the energy that we've had the last 2 weeks. I think that we could definitely be better there, but it was that's not really what it came down to. At least on our side, we just had to finish drives better and got to score a lot of points. It's a team game, and obviously if the defense is not having a great day, we got to find a way on offense to try to pick them up and vice versa.
Devontae, when you talk about that energy, I mean, how does that happen when you guys have there's not much wiggle room because of the hole you guys are in? So how do you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't to the level that we reestablished, and it showed. But I don't know.
A lot of people. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. A lot of people would look at this offense and say, well, a lot of good players on this offense.
Right.
So, in your opinion, what's missing?
Just executing at the right times, and when I say the right times, I mean going down and obviously we had started the game with a couple. We didn't have very many possessions in the first half, period. So making the ones count, scoring touchdowns. So that's on us as the offense is putting it in, but you're not going to score every time. So that's the part where we got to come together, and obviously they got to do what they got to do on the other side of the ball to help us in those situations where we don't get hurt. When we end up with points and. It's a tough game, man. You just gotta have all phases working together, and we didn't have that today.
You talked about all that kind of weird stuff that was happening in your time playing football. How often has that happened, and what has usually been the fix for it?
Yeah, I mean, it's usually a little easier to make in-game adjustments and to figure that out. But, I mean, just based off what they're running, it was a little bit of a Rolodex on defense, and we just didn't have an answer on time many times. But we weren't really – it's weird because when you look at the score and it was like you would think that we was just 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, when that wasn't even the case. It was just a matter of not being able to capitalize, you know, and maximize the opportunities in the drives that we had. And we can go score and kick 3 and take a moral victory, but that don't help our defense. That don't help us, our morale as far as, you know, I mean, we got too many good players to go out there and have as many drives as we did and not score touchdowns. And obviously I got to do a better job and finish that play that I had, that opportunity in the end zone, regardless if the ball's tipped or whatever, which I'm not even so sure that it was. But it was really close, and it's one of those ones that you got to figure out regardless. But I wouldn't say it happens extremely often, but when it does, typically you can make an adjustment and try to fix it throughout the game.
How's Aaron holding up? I mean, do you sense a frustration level? I don't even know if he's ever been in a 3-7 situation in his career.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunately I have. So I try to work with him and you know, make sure to keep his mind right as much as possible, because it's tough. I mean, it's hard as. I mean, if Michael Jordan was on his team, he wouldn't be happy. So you know, you can look at it however you want with that, but yeah, you're not supposed to be happy when things aren't going great, but you do have to try to dig deep and find a way to fix it, and that's what we're trying to do now.
Thank you, everyone.